dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, no.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Green 18! Jump out!
Hey, come on, no, come on, no! Check.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And an alley to run. Down down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Slam, slam.
Omaha, ready to move. Get on.
They run the counter. Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Right over there. Mike, 58, right there. 3 bucks.
Now a give, right side. Swift, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Watch that. Easy. Check 24, check 24.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Green 18. 88.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
He's coming.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers is going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Red 80.
Not here. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey.
On 1st down, Swift, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Go.
Rabbit.
Hey.
58's the mic, 58's the mic.
From the 27, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Everson Griffin in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number 1 guy, put it on their number 1 guy, and try and limit their offense.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Let's go.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Jeff. Safety creep. Get 300. Hey, exit. Fresno. Joker.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Packers 21, Lions 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll run on first down. Swift. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You go take.
Now a give right side. Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
40 got. 40 got.
3rd and 5.
Hey, 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 hey.
Now Stafford.
Watch the slant.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Zadarius Smith. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 4th down, Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
Chef.
Topper.
Switch it. 6 guys.
Hey, Lex.
Watch twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd down.
Green 18.
Mike 40. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
Check your hot read. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A loss of 2 there, second down. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
51, Mike, 51.
Come on. Hey, wahoo.
Jam. Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Swift. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
General West. Libra.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, easy.
42's the Mike. Watch the pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Hey.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 180. You must be dreaming.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Stafford. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
58's the mic.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
53, ready.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Shift.
Watch the shift. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Quick the edge. Go. Deuce.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Box it.
51.
Hey, high 7.
I got you. 51's the mic.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it. And they'll say at the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing is Stafford, and that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll try the left side. Huntley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Switch.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 59 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Focus, defense, focus.
Stafford now to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Check.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT.
Prater lining up for the point after.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Lions 28, Packers 21. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. On play action, now Rodgers. And this is caught by Jackson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Slam. 6-6, bullet high. Back north.
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Pollard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No. 319. Watch the curl. Throw it back. Show it. 22 jet bomber. Undercrunch.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check 50.
Check 31.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 25 on second down, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, 5-0!
36, 36.
Check 37, check 37.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle by Jelani Tavai. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Everyone's got 4 down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
Jump out!
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check.
Right left.
Check.
Here's Pollard again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The tackle by Jelani Tavai. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Slam. Hey, Delta. Hey. Motion. Easy, alert. Go 58 to the mic. I'm coming after you. 58, right over there.
Now it's Stafford.
Watch the run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Interception. Day.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Set. Go 20. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Tell me what you want, what you need.